would have been quite funny if Real Madrid had lost. If they had taken two L's, we would have had a very different seal because I was ready just to go in and completely dissect flipping Real Madrid break and pretty much call those guys that they call Barcelona, Barcelona, Bartomeu. But look, man, it's what champions are there for. People will say it's witchcraft. People say it's white magic, it's juju. I thought these guys had lost. I thought these guys held an L. Maybe you don't take off flipping Marcos Gavi to Ram, but fact of the matter is this. Somehow Real Madrid have a life and they still only have 1 point. It's only 1 point at the end of two games, but at the end of the day, they're still there and people need to put some respect on Casemiro's name. And all I'm saying is this. When Hazard came on, the game changed. That's all I'm saying. Let's ride.
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
Let's be clear here so that we're not confused. Real Madrid are not winning the Champions League. These guys are not coming anywhere close. So this isn't a case of like, oh, it's a slow build. They need to grow through. No, these guys are 100% not winning this CL. It's not happening. The team lacks spark. They lack the kind of imagination. And then you say to yourself, okay, wait a minute. How come they looked so good? They beat Barcelona 3-1 and they look like this? Because it's very simple. Monchengladbach know how to defend. Monchengladbach don't have Dumb and Dumber in central defense, i.e. PQE and Langlets. They actually are well managed, they're actually well coached, and they're actually a team. Barcelona are not a team. We'll get into that with the whole Bartomeu news. They're not a team. So Real Madrid are like, oh, we had so much space against Barcelona, bigger pitch, flipping geriatric Busquets as flipping DM, that flipping loser pace. Basically, you have like people who are completely and totally washed. But against Monchengladbach, okay, maybe it's not Busquets, maybe it's not Longlets and so forth, but they're a team that actually knew what the threat that Real Madrid had and restricted them. So Vinicius didn't have the space he normally has. Asensio did his thing, but Asensio struggling trying to get back into fitness, but he was held down. And look, man, guys, he may not yet reach the heights of Lilian because Lilian Thuram was one of the greatest defenders of all time. But his offspring, his seed is doing some things. I think this is like his second or his first Champions League start. 2 Gs. The first G was a quality G, an amazing G. And I think what you see from him is he's 23 years old, still very young, a great eye for a goal. Great eye for a goal. And I think once that, before changes were made, before they brought off Thuram as like Monchengladbach, they're winning this because I didn't know where the Real Madrid goal was going to come from. And Monchengladbach just looked to have taken the game to them. And it's one of those things where I get it. I understand. I understand why Homeboy wanted to take off Thuram, be much more defensive and conservative and hold on. And they arguably could have sort of held on, but it's like, you see, this is the, okay, we have to be real here now. So Hazard comes on, Modric comes on, and I think they both helped to change the game. I think with Hazard, he protected the ball a lot more than Vinicius. I think Vinicius was ineffective because Monchengladbach were marking him very well, not giving him any space. Now Hazard obviously, he didn't do anything crazy, but because of how he was using the ball well, keeping a hold of the ball and just keeping Real Madrid in good attacking possession, it was key. Modric was huge. And as much as I say that Modric, his peak is gone, quality is quality. So even if he doesn't have the legs that he had when he was 25, 26, 27, because he still has that skill, which you never lose the skill, you never lose your mentality. Look at how he came on and helped to change the game because it was his perfectly pitched cross over to Ramos that Ramos headed down to Casemiro. And look, Casemiro is that dude. He has not really, I think this has probably been one of Casemiro's worst seasons. And you can see that he is declining, just like most of this team, which they do need to be sort of revamped. But that's what great teams do. That's what team players that have great character do. They're like, okay, I get it. I'm not the dude I used to be, but forget that. We need to come clutch now. We need to say what's up now. We need to live now. We need to ride now. That's what he did. He said, what's up? Homeboy said, what's up? Because that header down to Benzema was huge. Great finish by Benzema. That was a great finish by Benzema, but it was Casemiro getting there. Last ditch, ensuring that he headed the ball down before the whole ball went over. That was huge. And again, he was there, right place, right time for Ramos to head down and boom, he put it in there. But let's be real. So Monchengladbach have 2 points, I believe. I think they drew. Yeah, so Monchengladbach have 2 points. I'll get to Inter Milan because I'm going to send out a link for everybody to join in. So I'll send out a link because we need some things to discuss. But I want to just get this out there. So Inter are on 2 points, Monchengladbach on 2 points, Shakhtar on 4 points, I believe, and Real Madrid they're on 1 point, and they now have a double header against Inter Milan. So this was just a lifeline because if Real Madrid ended up with 0 points, which we're very close to, it would be like, bro, especially going into the Inter game, they're useless. But you see, I said this before, like things have so changed, especially for the Spanish teams, because for most of this past decade, it's been Real Barcelona, Real Barcelona, Real Barcelona. And my thing here is this, 100%, of course, Cristiano is a big miss. But it's Cristiano and the whole team. It's a team thing. It's a team problem. It's a team issue. Because I had this piece of crap loser on Twitter, Twitter has a lot of these flipping sad morons who have no life. So this no life moron was like, hey, HH, you see, without Cristiano, what can they do? I was like, you piece of crap, get a life, go outside, meet someone, and don't dedicate your life to somebody who doesn't give a crap about you. Like, you Christina fanboys, I am begging you, get a life. You're sad. You live sad lives obsessing over a dude who does not give a damn about you. Please get a freaking life. So, yes, of course, like this Real team, Rodrigo is trash. Let's just keep it real. Rodrigo is trash. He's garbage. Vasquez is from the road. And Real Madrid, I didn't tell you to sell Hakimi. You went to sell Hakimi. Why did you sell Hakimi? Who told you to sell Reguilon? Who told you about that? Because Reguilon is a left back, but I'm sure he can also debut for a right back as well. And look at how good Reguilon is doing for Tottenham. But see, the big thing is the Hazard thing. That was a major thing because Hazard was supposed to be that a big prime guy to come and give Real their creativity because they're missing that creativity. Because it's about matchups. Against Barcelona, they'll give you space. So you give this Real Madrid team space, they'll be able to execute specifically with guys like Vinicius and using his speed and the intelligence of Benzema. But if you don't have guys that will give you space, Vinicius is ineffective. Vinicius is a talented dude. He's talented. But the guy needs a football brain, and the guy does not have a football brain. He works purely off instinct. He does not think a lot about what he's trying to do, as opposed to like an Ansu Fati who gives a lot more thought to what he wants to do. Vinicius simply doesn't. So this kind of game, you needed a Hazard. You needed a thinker and a guy to try to unlock and create. Vinicius is just like, give me the ball, go attack. You need someone to say, okay, let's just calm down, go through, keep the ball, try and find some little nice pockets and find some intelligence combinations to try and break a far better drilled, far more organized Monchengladbach team. So, but I'll be real with you. I don't know how these dudes... I'll be real with you. Because when we did our preview, I said, don't ignore Monchengladbach. People say, oh, I said, because remember, I said Shakhtar Donetsk, away from home is always tricky. Now, I didn't know they would beat them Real at the Santiago Bernabeu. I said, Monchengladbach, don't sleep on them. Because these guys can cause Real and Inter issues. And I told you, we'll get to Inter Milan. We're going to discuss Inter Milan. Because those guys are the biggest choke jobs in Europe. And I think Conte, you know what? Conte, you're a choke job. Because if Inter don't make it through this group and they end up in the Europa League again, these guys are complete losers. And for Real Madrid, let's keep it real. Maybe you can do what in La Liga. I don't know how they make it out of this group. Because see, if they had lost this game, oh my God. But you see, going into those two Inter games, see, like those two Inter games, oh my God. I genuinely have no idea who's going to win because Real have to win, Inter have to win. Because the idea was they both go into that game both with 6 points. So then they're like, okay, maybe we can take it right here. But now they're going into those games where Shakhtar and Monchengladbach are like sort of now saying what's up because obviously Monchen and Inter are on the same points. So going into that game, looking at this Real Madrid team, I don't see it. I don't see it. So the only thing that can help them, the only thing that can help this Real Madrid team is if somehow, some way, Zad comes through. They need Zad. Without Zad, this team doesn't have that X factor to go through because unless you're an extremely well-drilled team or you need that X factor, Bayern Munich, they're just an extremely well-drilled team and they're a flipping machine. Hence why they did what they did. So either you're like a machine, like a Bayern Munich, or you have to have an X factor. Benzema is good. He's a quality player. He's not an X factor. He's not like, what, big time, big game, I'm going to win this game for you. I'm here to be a game changer for you. So, and I just don't know whether we'll see that. See, it was good seeing, I saw glimpses of Hazard. Because look, this is his first game in 6-7 months? And you just saw glimpses of what he can do. Real Madrid, they need creativity. I don't know what's going on with Isco. Because I've always said that try a 4-2-3-1. Try a 4-2-3-1, put Isco in at the number 10. You don't need to slavishly go with a 4-3-3 because obviously if this 4-3-3 is not giving you creativity, change to a 4-2-3-1, put Isco in the number 10 because Isco has an extremely high footballing IQ. And Isco has no place in a 4-3-3. But Zidane is stubborn. He'll stick to his 4-3-3 and a 4-3-3, Isco simply has no space. So there's no point in Isco even being in the club as long as Zidane is there because he cannot fit into a 4-3-3. But this team needs creativity. They need it because you see, it's all about matchups. Against teams like a Barcelona or a Sevilla or a Liverpool, Real Madrid can say what's up. Even against Man City, Real can say what's up and they should have done lots better than they did against City last season. But against teams that are much more defensive, much more tactical, which is why I'm not sure Real Madrid can beat Inter Milan. Because I see those games could probably be draws because I don't know how this Real Madrid team can beat a defensive team. Because the thing which Inter Milan is like, they're not in strategy in it. Wait, have they scored a goal? Okay, I think they've scored one goal in 2 games or something. So that's my thing. And look, Real, they're still alive, and I think for Monchengladbach, very unlucky. I get what the coach wanted to do, but if Marcus Thuram had stayed on the pitch, they win the game. For sure, because Marcus Thuram would have scored another goal because they had 2-3 amazing counters, superb counters, and they just messed it up. So if you had given those counters and Marcus Thuram was on those counters, you probably have Monchengladbach winning the game. But the thing about it is that as disappointed as Monchengladbach are, because this would have been a huge win for them, they will know that, hey man, we can beat these guys at the Bernabeu. So as long as we have Marcus Thuram, we can beat these guys. And they will feel confident going up against Inter Milan again and Shakhtar Donetsk. So this group has just become extremely open and very exciting, which means that anything can go down in sleeping group, man. So I'm gonna send out the link to y'all, man. I'm gonna send out the link to all. Let me put this out there. So I want to bring in the fan, man. So let me just take some questions and I'll send out that link. So let's see what y'all are saying. From Osasuna won with 10 men at Camp Nou. Thank you for so much, bro. Legend has it that in 200 years there will still be a Brazilian number 20 passing the ball. So is this in reference to Vinicius? I suppose it's in reference to Vinicius. I think it is. Is Vinicius number 20? Because if it's in reference to Vinicius, man, look, homeboy he's talented. Vinicius is talented, but you cannot rest your laurels on a guy like Vinicius. You can't do that. You simply can't do that. Like, because Vinicius is a guy that he works in specific situations, but in other situations, homeboy is trash. Homeboy is trash. But did Arsenal really win with 10 men? All right, let's see what else you guys are saying, man. So I'm going to send out this link to people. So I want to send out this link to people because I need some explanations here. So let me send out a linkage. So guys, go onto Twitter if you want to join into this hangout. I'm sending out the link now. All right. So to join. All right. So I've put out the link on Twitter for any of you who want to join in on the phone. Any of all who want to join in on the phone. Real Madrid will never go to the Europa League. Are you sure about that? Now, I don't believe they will, because I cannot envision a point where Real Madrid go into the Europa League. But they look so void of imagination, creativity, and this group has just become so complicated that they very well could. They very well could. So don't just assume those things will happen. So, all right, let's see what y'all are saying, man. All right. Could you guys hear me?
Yeah. What up?
Hello,
All
hello.
right. Yeah. We could. Oh my God. We can hear you, man. We can hear you. So let me come first to Red Devil Studio. So thoughts on Real Madrid, man. Thoughts on Real Madrid.
Well, first and foremost, let me just quickly play you something. Actually, just quickly.
Okay.
Is it
done?
Why don't you think Real Madrid will get the win, knowing that they're under pressure to get the win?
The reason why I don't think they're gonna get over.
So, anyway, so it was been fun. Essentially, BD Core called it. BD Core called it.
Really BD Core, man.
And gave him so shout out to BD Core because he called 2-2 and he gave a very, very good explanation as to why, so go back to Saturday and he called it, So and it was 2-2 and beat Gladbach, did brick it at the end. Like they did against Inter, unfortunately, which is why I'm not 100% sure they'll be able to get through this group. Yeah, it's great that Real Madrid came back, but I wouldn't necessarily be celebrating given that you're at the bottom of the group and you've only got 1 point and you've got Inter back to back. I don't think I can call this group. I don't think I can call this group because I can't. Even though I think Conte is a brick, I just can't see Conte losing to Real Madrid back to back.
Wait. So are you caping for Conte, the European choke job?
Yeah, he is a choke job. He is, but to be fair to him, like he's played the same teams as Madrid have, and he's got 2 points. I know it's nothing. Madrid has played. If anything, he played the Shakhtar side today than Madrid did and got a point. I'm not. The point I guess I'm trying to make is that, like, as much as I say I think Conte's a brick, I still think it's hard. I still can't see him losing back-to-back games against Real.
So do you see Real Madrid making it out of this group?
Yeah, but I can't see how they will, but it's just going to be difficult because they've got Inter back-to-back, and then they've got Shakhtar away, who are going to obviously play.
Yep, in Ukraine.
Not their B team post office people that played against them last time that won at the Bernabeu. They're playing away in Ukraine with their first team, so that's going to be difficult. And I expect that they will still be Gladbach at the Bernabeu. So I think they'll get through. I'm just not sure whether they'll top the group. I think if Shakhtar do the business against Gladbach, then Shakhtar effectively are in control of the group. So I think they'll go through, but I'm not as convinced now that they'll top the group.
All right, Natsa, man, thoughts on Real Madrid, man? I mean, do you see these guys somehow making this out of this group, or?
It might be one of the longest times we've seen.
Whoa! Whose background stuff is that, man? Guys, please turn down your background thing, man. Please, Natsa, go for it.
It might be one of the first times we see Real Madrid not make it out of the groups in a long
Oh,
time.
you're saying that they're not
No.
going to make it out of the group?
No, I'm not saying they will, but there's a big chance. Like they've lost their first game, and then they just about drew this game, which they could have easily lost. How many chances did Monchengladbach create that game, bro? I was watching it on the side, and they were creating chance after chance after chance. Essentially, they were lucky to come out of that game with 2-2 result. So, because I was watching the game and I'm seeing like they're just passing it around, and there's no end goal in their passing except when they were trying to. Well, they were pushing for the goal in the last minutes. In the beginning of the game, they weren't even trying to create anything. Like, so apart from that shot by Cruz from long range, what did they really create?
So,
I don't.
so is this an argument that they need Benzema? So sorry, that Hazard is needed.
Hazard, yeah, full of.
They need Zad. They need Zad to show up.
Yeah, they need that version of Hazard, 100%. But I don't think they're gonna get it. Because I think he's finished. To be honest, all these injuries he's been getting, I don't think he's gonna be the same Hazard. And how old is he right now? 30.
I think so. Yeah. Well, 29, 30 going in there, man. So
It's still not that old, and it's still in his prime.
Okay, so you're saying Real Madrid make it through the group?
Who are they playing next? They play
They
Inter
play,
next,
basically
right?
have to play Inter twice, yeah.
Twice, and then they have to play Shakhtar again, and then Oh my god, it's actually looking kind of peak, I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right.
Yeah, they'll make it through hopefully.
Yassi Said, man, talk to me, man. Real Madrid, man. What's up, man? Give me the lowdown, man. Yassi Said.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, let me just say this. Bruce and Monchengladbach are really bricks. They had opportunity 2 games in a row where they should have won and they lost. They threw away two out of total 4 points. They should have been top of the this group by now, but they threw it away with Lukaku's goal and now Casemiro's goal. So that being said, I definitely see Real Madrid going through then, because Bruce and Monchengladbach cannot finish games off. They can't finish games, so they will not get the points. That's just the reality. So in that, because there's no way they should have. They were up 2-0. They were up 2-0. They took out Thuram and they drew 2-2.
But remember, look, we are dealing with Monchengladbach, not Bayern or Inter something. Look, they're not a Champions League heavyweight, so
But that's my point. It's like when you it's all about mentality. Have you been here before? And obviously, Real Madrid have that mentality where they can, even 2-0 down, they could come back and still draw this game. So they will get through this. No, I guarantee you that.
Okay. From Christian Zai, who says, "Wow, Kimmich, best midfield in the world and the most
Yes.
clutch at the moment." We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll talk about Bayern. Hassan, man, talk to me. Real Madrid, man, are they in trouble or they'll somehow come through? Because they ain't winning this CL, that's for sure. So quarters max, last 16 max, or do they go into Europa?
First of all, I'd like to apologize to Monchengladbach. I said they'll lose 2-0 comfortably, but Zidane let me down. But yeah, Madrid.
I was going to play that clip, but I thought I'd play BD calls instead. So go on.
Thank you. I can't say Madrid will make out of the group. I can't say that. They'll make it out of the group. It's Real Madrid. But it's going to be tight. I think Monchengladbach will go top. Real Madrid second, Inter third.
Also Inter gonna flop. All right.
Of course, Conte go for Europa League, man.
Wait,
Have a-
Shakhtar will be bottom then? In that scenario, you put
Yes,
Shakhtar
sadly.
on the 4.
How?
They're on 4 points
You're
already.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait. Easy. I test. Talk to me. Real Madrid. Thoughts
top
on
of
the
the
game.
group.
For me, I thought Real Madrid are so lucky. Monchengladbach messed up so many counter-attacks. Like the one, especially the one at
Because
the
they
end.
lose. They're from the road, man. These guys are from the road. All right.
Yeah,
Marcus
I
Thuram
don't know what-
is their best player. So what could you say?
For real, I don't know what was going on with those counter-attacks. I felt like Real Madrid didn't have control of these counter-attacks, but then they make stupid decisions. And as for Real Madrid, I felt like they have most of the possession. The ball was mostly on Monchengladbach's half, but they did nothing with the possession. They needed someone like an Eden Hazard that can create something, that can make something out of nothing. And when he came on, like you said, I saw glimpses as well. I think
Glimpses.
Zard could be back, bro, because I saw it in his eyes. The way
Easy.
he's doing
Give him time, man. Give him
No,
time.
no, just
Easy.
the way he was doing the 1-2s, I saw it in his eyes, and I saw by the way he played, he could be back. But I felt like if he started, the Real Madrid could have won. And as for the fullbacks, they're horrible. Mendy and Vasquez.
No,
I don't know why.
Vasquez is from the road. You see, Mendy, he's normally pretty good, but I think he had a tricky game. Vasquez is from the road. So, like, look, Vasquez is not even a real football player. Like, look at what does that guy look like? A football player? Come on, man. So,
I think you're
I think
overreacting.
they
though.
made
Because
a-
he's not a defender, though.
I know
they
who
made a
cares?
big mistake in letting Hakimi and
we
Reguilon
go.
go. I know Reguilon,
Yes.
they could get him back, but Hakimi, I don't know why they let him go. He's better than Carvajal. He's better than
Yeah.
Carvajal, but I think if they had Reguilon and Hakimi this
Wait,
game, he would have won.
Where's Nacho, by the
Who do you
way?
say he's better than Carvajal? Wait. Who did you say is better than Carvajal? Hakimi.
Hakimi is better than
No, he's
Carvajal.
not. No,
bro.
he's not. No, he's
Hakimi
not.
is better than
Stop it.
Carvajal.
No, he's not.
I'm telling
Look,
you.
Hakimi is good. He's not better than Carvajal.
He
Relax.
plays right
chill.
wing back, but he can't defend. He plays right wing back.
Relax. Like, he's not better than we see. Real Madrid took a huge loss in Dani Carvajal's thingy. Cassius, talk to me. Real Madrid thoughts on the game, bro.
Can you come back to me quick?
Okay. Guys, I'm not the only person that eats on the job. Cassius also eats on the job. Thank you very much. I could hear that guy munching away. Norbeats, talk to me about the game.
I didn't watch the game, but I think Real Madrid, it's time for the cycle to end. They need to break up this team and
So
definitely go.
okay, so who do you sell? Who would you sell? Because Modric is still
Hazard.
balling.
I'll say Hazard. Yeah, Hazard needs to go.
What?
That's the guy that they can make money from.
Wait, chill. Hazard
Sell him
was
back to
part of this
Chelsea.
whole
Chelsea would take him.
thing. Hey, mates, look, relax.
That's a dream, right?
Okay. You're saying that people like Modric, Varane, Ram, all these guys should still stay. So aren't people old? Shouldn't they be replaced? So they should still keep the old guard.
No. Get rid of the old guard, but they need to start livening up their team with like some new blood. To be honest, I think they've won everything that they could. They won La Liga last season. I think they've done it all, so they become complacent. So I think it's time for new blood.
Okay. So do you think they make it through this group?
I think they squeeze this group, but they will get smashed in the last 16.
Damn.
No, you guys are overreacting, man. You're overreacting.
Easy,
They're always bad in the group
easy.
stage.
Mr.
They're always bad
Osasuna,
in
Mr. Osasuna.
Good evening. Hello there.
Yeah.
So Real Madrid. Oh boy, these guys. Let me start with Vinicius. This was I've never said Vinicius is bad. This guy, he has come in clutch at times. Remember El Clasico last season? But my God, this game. Oh my God. If you Monchengladbach, they could take away all 11 players from the pitch, and he'd still pass back to Mendy. I mean, the new nickname for him is VV Vinicius, eh?
No. But see, this is what I said when I was doing my analysis. I said that it's about matchups. Look at how dangerous Vinicius was against Barcelona. If he plays a team that gives him space, he's very effective. If he plays a team who are very compact and defend very well, he's ineffective.
He's basically a Brazilian Daniel James.
Pretty much.
Red Devil, relax.
Here's the thing.
Red Devil, relax. Don't you dare do that. That's messed up. Okay, Osuna, finish your point.
I mean, I think a big mistake of Real is that they kept Vinicius and they loaned out Takefuso Kubo. I mean, this guy Takefuso, he looks fantastic. He's fantastic on the ball. He has great technique. So against teams like Monchengladbach, he'd be fantastic. He would break them down. That's why even when you saw Hazard, Mr. Burger King,
what the heck?
he came on, the team looked 50 times better still. And he did do some useful things. And I would say he's part of the reason that we actually got anything out of the result. But still, that was mad. And also, Carvajal. People don't realize how much of a miss this guy is. He basically is the attack of Real Madrid at times. If you see how Real Madrid play with Carvajal, every 2 minutes, you will see a cross pass from the left side in defense to the right wing in space to Carvajal. And then we make an attack. In this game, Real were basically all on the left side, which I have no idea why Asensio looked so much better than Vinicius. And Mendy, I mean, he looked so bad until Vinicius went off. The only attacking threat that Real had for 80 minutes was from Federico Valverde. It was kind of mad to see. So I don't know how these guys are going to play against defensive teams. It's so sad to see these guys after such a great era. I wouldn't say it's the worst Real team of recent years. 18-19 was still absolutely disastrous. But my God, these guys need to find a way to be more creative and just they need to get Takefusa Kubo back or some more technical players. I was listening to Red a couple days ago on the show, on the 5-hour stream, and he was saying that Real, they begin their transfers every decade. So far, those transfers, the young Brazilians, the only thing good about them is that they're still worth money. You can still sell them off for more money.
Rodrigo is trash. And I've said that for some time.
Yes, he is trash, but you'll still get about 40, 50 million for him because he's 20 years old and he's Brazilian.
Who the hell is buying him for 40, 50?
Hey, who the hell is buying Coutinho for 120 million,
No, well, Liverpool just finessed him because he was built off hype. Rodrigo does not have the same hype that Coutinho has. Okay, wait. Let me come to Damien. So, from Sean Walsh says, I'm not Cassius Natsa. So, Natsa, Cassius isn't...
not the same
Sean.
person.
Yeah, but they do sound exactly the same. They sound exactly the same. Damien Perez, Real Madrid, talk to me, thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces of the game, and looking at it, it's just quite sad seeing it because like the era that they used to have, and this is like probably one of the worst Real Madrid teams I ever seen.
But they still got the draw, though. They still got that draw.
Yeah, I suppose, but it's not really something you could really celebrate because like you were 2-0 down by Gladbach. And this happened last season when the Champions League, where they lost to LSG, and they somehow drew with Club Brugge at home. So
I remember that.
I still think they'll make it, but they're gonna have to work very hard for it.
Okay. Cassius, have you finished eating now?
I'm not done, but I got a break.
All right. Talk.
So
Real
okay,
Madrid.
sorry. Wow. This match was, I was cooking during the match, so I didn't watch it like
Wait,
intensely.
easy. What were you cooking? What was on the menu?
Burgers for
stir
Hazard.
fry. No. Stir fry, some corn. Just some a bit quick. But
Okay,
moving on
alright.
to the actual match. Like I said, I wasn't watching it that intensively, but I had it on in the background, and wow. How the takeaway I got was how bad are Barca for losing to these guys. How bad can you be when this team, okay, they drew, but anyway, just drawing the game is just covering the cracks because this team is very dysfunctional. Osasuna was talking about the diagonal from left to right when they have Carvajal, but I think even with Lucas Vazquez, they still did that a couple times. I remember one time in just the first couple minutes, Ramos hit a pass from the back and hit Lucas Vazquez. But even though they don't have Carvajal, this is in theory, this is their strongest team. Without Hazard and without Carvajal, this is their strongest team, and they struggled for 90 minutes to beat Borussia Monchengladbach. This game, when I watched it, it's felt very, very similar to the match that they played against Club Brugge last season, where it was the same thing. In the last minute, they throw Ramos and Casemiro in the box. They were crossing the entire game, but they didn't have the personnel in the box. When you get Ramos and Casemiro in there, things happen, and they got a 2-2 draw at the death. This exact same thing happened and that's a year ago, under the same manager with the same players. So the fact that a year later you still don't have any solutions to defeat teams like this in the Champions League group stage, if I was a Real Madrid...
So is it more of a case of Zidane's shortcoming, as in he does not know how to break down these teams, or they simply don't have the player, i.e. a Hazard? And haters in the live chats, go screw yourselves. Leave Hazard alone, you absolute haters. Continue.
So I think the players, Vinicius, I think we already spoke about him. Even against Barcelona on the weekend, he was the worst player on the pitch alongside Coutinho. So, and today, just from what I saw, I mean, I don't know what is up with this guy. In some games, he's very good for Real Madrid, but I feel like sometimes Real Madrid's plan is it's either live by Vinicius or die by Vinicius. There have been games where Vinicius has won them points in La Liga at the beginning of the season, and then you have this game where he was useless in this match, and the same with against Barcelona. And Asensio, people need to remember that about 3 years ago, this guy was supposed to be, the next future world star in the game of football.
Huge injury, long-term injury, long-term injury.
The injury messed him up.
The injury messed him up, but I remember in the first half he took a shot from outside of the box and that used to be his trademark. He scored some great goals from outside the box with his left foot. Now you don't see that anymore. He's just a different player. So I think those two forwards are very disappointing, and I don't think are capable of. I just don't think they have the level to be able to beat to do it in these sort of games. But also Zidane also has his fault because, like I said, a year later, you still aren't able to beat teams, and your only plan is to just cross. And guess what? When you get more people in the box, especially people that are capable of creating danger in the box, like Casemiro and Ramos, that's the only time when you can score a goal. That's very alarming.
Okay. So I want to move on to something. I think we need to have a discussion about this, and we're going to have it right now. Joshua Kimmich. So Bayern win again. These guys can't stop winning. They keep on winning. And can I just say this for the record right now? I am not a Bayern Munich hater, but I am not a sheep like, oh, Bayern Munich are going to win everybody and do everything. All I said is that Bayern Munich are amazing. They're incredible, but I don't think that they can keep up this winning momentum all the way through. I don't think they will. All because I think that it's going to be semis or final max doesn't make me a hater. Just means that I don't think that they're going to win. So you guys saying that all because... So I recognize that Bayern Munich are amazing, are the best team, but I don't think they will defend their title. Now makes me a Bayern hater. Guys, grow up.
What happened the last time you doubted Bayern?
But why not? Yeah, you got to give a reason why.
This is different. This is different, my friend. This is different.
You have to give a reason.
Easy. Before I feel them as really easy, chill. Let's talk about Joshua Kimmich. So look, in my view, and I want to just take the temperature of the room and so forth. Remember, guys, like the video, subscribe, drop a like the vid. I believe I'm making him tier 1. He's tier 1 right now. He has been playing far too well, too consistently, because as people say, he may not have had his greatest game to today, but he was a difference maker. And the key thing is that he's being a difference maker both in terms of assisting and in terms of goal scoring. Because remember, this guy chipped the flipping keeper against Dortmund, and the goal that he scored again, it's a bloody crazy goal. And I think that people have to give this guy much more love, because let's keep it real. Joshua Kimmich has had more assists in a short space of time than Thiago Alcantara had throughout his entire year for Bayern Munich. So I get people love Thiago Alcantara and so forth, but can we please give some love for Joshua Kimmich? So I'm going to go around the room. I'm saying as of right now, based on recent form, he's tier 1. So talk to me about Joshua Kimmich. How good is he, and where would you rank him? Natsa.
By the way, I want to shout out Infinity because we're talking about Bayern. By the way, you should make Kimmich chief ogre. Forget tier 1.
Whoa. That's a relax.
There's no way you got. This guy's been clutch, bro. From the position he's playing, and all the clutch goals he's been getting from that position. This guy has been. He's like the next captain for Bayern for the next.
Look, his money.
10
He's
years.
money. He's been money.
But let's just not forget who they're playing against. I think they're playing against some team.
Locomotive from Moscow. But
to play well.
But who supplied the amazing pass in the Champions League final? Kimmich. So
he's literally the next. Forget Thiago Alcantara. This guy was the most important player in the midfield. Has to be 100%. Because the way he plays is just no one in the world can play in that position the way he plays. That's all I have to say about Kimmich. You can go to the next person.
Okay. But I'm not making him a chief though. Tier 1 is cool. I can't make him a chief.
Chief.
Nah. Yes, Said. Talk to me, Joshua Kimmich, man.
Yes. I don't get it, guys. I don't get why Joshua Kimmich never gets rated as high as a lot of midfielders do for some reason.
Because he doesn't play in the Premier League.
And if people forget that this guy used to be a right back.
Yes.
This guy used to be a right back, and he does play right back for Bayern Munich as well. There's times where he does play right back, but right now he's currently playing the midfield. This guy, I agree, he should be tier 1. And I'm gonna say something real quick. I don't understand why what you call it, Jurgen Klopp doesn't turn Trent Alexander-Arnold into a Kimmich, because that's what I originally thought that he was gonna do with.
But
Trent
he may
can't
not be
defend,
as talented.
can't
No,
defend,
it's different. Like Trent, for me, I think Joshua Kimmich is genuinely a versatile player. Trent is a cross merchant. So I think that as a football player, easy. I just think as an all-round footballer, Joshua Kimmich is just a much more special talent. Because I said, for years, I said, no, this guy is the most versatile player. I think that you can do with Trent what Hansi Flick can do with Joshua Kimmich.
James Milner is the most versatile.
But I feel
NASA,
like
can you please? No.
I feel like
the heck, Milner,
Trent
mad?
Alexander-Arnold is young, though. He's still young. He's still young, and we don't ever see him play another position other than right back. We've seen Kimmich play in midfield. We've never seen Trent Alexander-Arnold play in midfield. I think you underestimate how good his passing, Trent Alexander-Arnold passing is. I feel like his passing is money, and I feel like
there's a difference when you can pass without pressure and passing under pressure. When you're playing in central midfield, there is more pressure for you to
execute
English
those passes.
Come on,
you got me.
No. This is nothing against English guys. I'm not saying is that. Look, you may be right, but all I'm saying is that for time, Joshua Kimmich has been DM, central midfield, right wing, right back for time. I've not seen Trent for time been moved around several positions. So until I see that and see evidence, i.e. the eye test that he can play several positions, I don't know how good he can be in central midfield. But I've already known Joshua Kimmich has been money in right back, back.
Do you think if Kimmich, if he moves for Bayern Munich, what is the ideal club for him? Because I think he might do really well in Madrid. I think he might do really well in Madrid.
He's staying. He ain't leaving Bayern.
There's no way he's leaving Bayern Munich, bro.
Thiago left Bayern. He left to Liverpool.
Joshua Kimmich is German. Joshua Kimmich is German, bro.
Toni Kroos is German too. And where did he leave? Where did he go to?
No, but Joshua Kimmich is parts of Germany's future, and
this is Real Madrid, though.
He's already been made. Like Toni Kroos was never made as the heart and soul of the club. Joshua Kimmich has already been groomed to be the heart. Basically, he's been groomed to be the captain and leader of the side. That was never the save for Toni Kroos. So
it's Real Madrid, though. Real Madrid.
No.
Come on,
that only works if it's Liverpool United. No. Look. Let's move. Hassan, talk to me. Joshua Kimmich, man.
Yeah, man. Definitely tier 1. Amazing player. He's been world class for a while now. How can you be the best right back in the world and best DM in the world? Okay, that's a bit crazy, but you know.
So you believe that he's a better right back than Trent?
Oh, of course. Overall package, innit? He's better, and he averaged around 10 assists as well.
Okay.
Yeah, quality player.
All right. Mr. What's supposed to do his name? Mr. Jamazak. Talk to me, Joshua Kimmich, man. How highly do you rate him, Jamazak? Jamazak, going once, going twice. You're right there. Osasuna, talk to me about homeboy Joshua Kimmich.
So Kimmich, I know someone who would really love Kimmich, Mr. Frank Lampard, because he plays lots of positions.
Osasuna, no. Don't tempt him. Please don't play into Lampard's fascination. So please, okay, just give Lampard people that play only one position. I beg you.
Respect him. He's English. That's why I hate his English. Respect him. You heard him.
I want a baptism. Wait. Easy. I'm sorry. Lampard, if I don't get a baptism tomorrow, I want you sacked. Minimum 5 Gs, and I want 3 Gs from the edge. Minimum 5 Gs. Osasuna was easy.
Yes.
Osasuna,
this guy Kimmich, the first time I saw this guy was a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, I think, in the 17-18 season, where he was playing right back against Real. He was pretty much one of the most dangerous threats, other than Ribery, and yeah, he also got those 2 goals in both legs. But ever since then, he has just been improving and improving. He eventually moved to the midfield, and now, yeah, it's really good to see. He's a fantastic young player. It's good to see people like that, and people comparing him to Trent Alexander-Arnold and saying that Trent can play in the midfield. The two are completely different players. It's like night and day. Kimmich is a much more technical. He likes the ball. He likes being on the ball more. He likes to keep it. He likes to hold it up. He likes to be part of the play a lot. Trent, he likes to run down the wing, and he likes to get balls in, and he likes to take free kicks. It's a very different play style, and that's why Trent, because he doesn't have that close control of Kimmich, he would not work in that position. But anyway, that's enough about Trent. This guy, I don't watch a lot of Bundesliga, but from what I see of this guy in the Champions League, I mean, he comes in clutch every time there's a big game. If it's not a big game, he still does things. It's a great player. So I don't have too much to say. Don't know this guy too well, but it's a good player.
Oh, so you don't rate him that highly then? So you just say he's just good standard.
I can't say much because I don't watch the Bundesliga. I can't say much.
My friend, did you see the pass he gave to flipping what's it called, Coman in the CL final? You watched the Champions League final, didn't you?
Yes, of course I did. Yes, but everyone can not everyone, but there have been people that have made passes like that also in the past. I mean, what's his name?
Name me one player who's made a pass of that quality in a CL final.
In the CL final,
Xavi Hernandez.
Okay,
Xavi Hernandez did the same thing.
One.
It was
against
Matip.
Matip. What the heck?
Xavi did it against Man United, bro.
Yeah. No, but here's the thing. You make a point, Jason. You make a point. And I'm just saying I do rate him highly. I just can't say much is the thing since I don't watch him all the time.
Okay. Let's ride with your boy Gatlock. Joshua Kimmich, man.
Right?
How highly do you rate this dude, bro?
Nah, he's good. He's been tier 1 for a while now. I rated
For a
him
while.
for a long time. Bro, this guy is... What I like about him most is he's versatile, man. Like, it doesn't matter where he is, midfield, right wing, right back. He does his job. He's very good, man. And look, with Thiago gone, him slotting into that midfield is great. Pavard has come back into the right back. Truth is, the guy was actually supposed to keep playing midfield, but because Pavard got injured, they moved him to right back. And Bayern still won. That's how crazy Bayern are. They can just slot people in different positions and they'll still get the job done. Like Lucas Hernandez now at left back. Everybody talking about Alaba leaving. If Alaba goes, okay, fine. They'll get maybe another centre back and get another and put Lucas Hernandez on the left. And Davies is gone, but no offense, but nobody's really missing him that much right now. But for Kimmich, yeah, look, he's a great player, man. Not much said about the dude, man. All I need him to do is win a World Cup like Cruz, and we can talk about Horseman.
Whoa, yeah, guys, don't just throw around this whole horseman status. Guys, what the heck? Man, guys, I don't think you understand what horseman status means, man. God damn, the hell? Norbeat, Joshua Kimmich, talks to me. Joshua Kimmich, how good is he? Is he the best midfielder in the world? Is he the best CM in the world?
I think he's very close to that. He has the perfect blend of aggression, the perfect blend of passing skills, the perfect blend of defensive mindset, and his creativity is also up there. I'm struggling to find a midfielder that can blend all of those things together right now.
Henderson.
Whoa.
Not Henderson.
Don't mention
Who the
Henderson.
bloody hell said Henderson?
I'm a Liverpool fan. There's no way Henderson is even sniffing.
Okay, hold on. Guys, PS, in case you guys don't notice, I'm in Nigeria, bro. So I'm 1 hour ahead of you. So it's quite late right now. I cannot really be talking too high.
Gatlock, no one cares. No, between please.
I care.
Aren't you the bold dude that just put up a...
Thank you. See, that's the beauty of the mute button. How dare you insult my hairline, man?
And there's your mute button, bro. Aren't you the one that put the chat up here right now?
Norbit, can you please talk?
Is there a midfielder out there that can blend all of those attributes together and perform week in after week? I don't see it. Like I would love someone to say a name right now.
There isn't, man.
Guys, he's 25, by the way. Wow.
That's
25.
That's scary. That's scary.
Yeah.
If he keeps going, you sky's the
Ballon d'Or,
limit, man.
maybe? Ballon d'Or winner?
Nah.
Maybe?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know if
relax. Nah.
Ballon d'Or is like it's usually saved for the flashy guys that do like far and beyond. And those...
Because the Ballon d'Or is a piece of trash. It's a piece of trash trophy, man. It's a popularity contest that those international flops, Messi and Christina, are obsessed about, man. So,
my respect for Ballon d'Or reduced because of this year.
Wait, Gatlock, you know you've already taught. Can you please shush? Damien, talk to me about Joshua Kimmich.
Yeah, this guy is very well rounded, and like the balls he can put in, it's not bad, and he comes up very clutch in the Champions League final. I saw
Is he the best midfielder in the world? Best top 3, top 2 best midfielder in the world right now? Where would you rank him as right now?
Yeah, I'll say he was probably the best midfielder. He's all around rounded, and if you don't keep your eye on him, he can do some damage. So I think if he can keep going, I think he can, come for that horseman statement.
Okay, well, I don't think that's happening, but all right. Cassius.
So just going back to the Ballon d'Or, I think you're right. The Ballon d'Or is a popularity contest until Hazard wins it. Until Hazard wins it, it's a Ballon d'Or. It's a popularity contest.
Wait, excuse me. What do you mean?
Excuse me.
Hazard. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, dude. I don't think they accept fat people.
Wait. Can please people just allow Hazard on? I know that he came and dropped a clinic and was the reason why Real Madrid came back. But you don't need to be jealous, man.
Where did he come from?
Thank you. So, guys, all because Hazard was the reason why Real Madrid got back into the game. You don't need to hate. You don't need to hate. Just shush. Accept quality. Cassius, please continue. Joshua Kimmich.
Just don't be surprised if he's injured by the next training session.
Cassius, this is about Hazard. Can you just talk about Kimmich?
Okay, let's go. So based off of, if we're just going back until let's say.
Gatlock, shut up, man. I'm sorry, Cassius. I'm gonna meet this clown, man. Please continue.
Since football returned in May, Kimmich. I have to say, Kimmich has really impressed me. He's been the best, number one, top one, the best midfielder in the world. I have to say, I didn't really see him like that before, but he's completely changed my mind. He's been excellent. Maybe you could have said, oh well, he needed Thiago. Now he's without Thiago. He's still doing just as well, if not even better. It's not just the pass that he gave in the Champions League final. It's also the pass that he gave against Atletico Madrid. The goals he's been scoring, like you said, against Dortmund. Today against, it was only against Lokomotiv Moscow, but it was in the end a winning goal. Yeah. So you can't take anything away from him.
Clutch is clutch.
Yes, and he always shows up in the big matches. Like Osasuna said in the 2 Champions League semifinals against Real Madrid, he scored in both legs. So, yeah, I have to say he's the best midfielder in the world.
Red Devil.
Yo.
Joshua Kimmich, talk to me.
I mean, Joshua Kimmich is good, but we all know who the best versatile midfielder all-around player is, and it's far superior to Joshua Kimmich. We all know who that player is.
Paul Pogba.
Excuse me. What?
No, it's Mason Mount, guys. Clearly.
Oh, you're right.
Come on. He plays on the right. He can play the central holding as a DM, wherever Lampard plays him. He did. Come clutch for Chelsea. Clearly, Mason Mount is far superior.
Respect my DM striker, Firmino. Respect my DM striker.
Just please talk about Joshua Kimmich. Just talk about Joshua Kimmich.
After that 0-0, he will never drop him ever again.
Mason Mount is better than Kimmich. I put that up there. But Kimmich is a very good player for Bayern Munich, and we should respect it. That's my 2 cents.
Wait, the patriotic people are back, innit?
So, where do you rank Joshua Kimmich? Just a minute, where do you rank Joshua Kimmich?
You mean above or below Mount? in your tier system, I would say he's upper tier 2. I don't think I would go to the. I would don't think I-
So why wouldn't you put him tier 1?
just because I just want to see when I put someone in tier 1. For me, it's like it's over a longer period of time in terms of consistency.
What?
I think he's done it for the last two seasons, but when I mean consistency, I mean like 3, 4, 5 years, not just 1 or 2 seasons. So, but that doesn't mean that he's not a bad player, not in the slightest. And like it said, Mount was better. But yeah, for me, he's upper tier 2. You go if he balls next season, if he balls continues to ball this season and into next season, then definitely tier 1.
Okay.
Can I quickly
So-
just say?
Yeah.
Can I quickly just say? I had to look at my dictionary. I found the perfect word for Joshua Kimmich, and the word is factotum. Look it
Whoa.
up, guys. Factotum.
Factotum.
That's what Joshua Kimmich is.
Okay, can you give us a quick definition of what factotum means?
Essentially, it means someone that or something that can do like almost everything.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Just wait, look, or just call versatile. Versatile.
I mean,
You know.
seriously.
No, there's
just use a
versatile
common word, man.
like what's his name, Milner, that can do a job, but then there's versatile that can actually excel in all different kinds of positions.
Okay. That's that is key. That is See, that's the key. That's the key thing.
But
That's the-
basically,
because-
he can be a goalkeeper though. So
you never know. Kyle Walker was a goalkeeper.
No.
Best
goalkeeper in the world.
So wait. So Beata Klum says he played as centre back during Lep's era. Did he?
yeah, he did. VS
he did.
Juventus.
Yeah, I do remember him playing centre defense, but I didn't know that it was under Pep though. That's the thing. I didn't know that it was under Pep.
It's Pep now. Like
Yo,
Oh,
mic-
yeah.
microphone,
Wait.
bro. Your
Okay,
mic-
so I want to talk briefly about Inter Milan. So this is my thing here is that we have to have I really believe that we have to have a serious conversation about Antonio Conte if these guys don't make it out of this group again. 2 games, 2 draws. And I think only 1 goal scored in these 2 games. So from your point of view, is Conte a European choke? Anybody can jump in. Is Antonio
Yeah,
Conte a
straight facts.
European
He's a
choke?
choke job.
Or should we just wait until this
Yes.
group finishes?
You can't call it world class if that's like this in Europe. You can't call it world class.
The guy's allergic to Europe. I don't know what is the problem.
League
is.
merchant. That's what it is, bro.
So what do you think the issue is then, as in why he always messes up in Europe then?
He's not good at being big matches. People say that he's good tactically, but I don't see.
Now, HH, you know the fans you say that put the Premier League ahead of the Champions League? That's Conte.
Yeah.
The Prem first, FA Cup,
Nah,
Carabao Cup, and then
I don't
Champions
think
League, then
he
Europa
prioritizes-
League.
I
That's how
don't
it
think
goes.
he prioritizes. He's just inept in Champions League. I don't think he has
No.
great tactics. I don't think he has great tactics.
I
He's just
generally
very-
don't think he rates the Champions League. He doesn't
Nah.
care. I don't think he cares.
He would rather win a Carabao Cup than Champions League.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're saying that he purposely focuses on the Syria.
Yes.
And does it?
Yes.
See, if that's the case, then this guy's a bomb.
I don't-
Like, if you're saying that you don't prioritize Europe, you just want to win your flipping domestic league, then you're a complete utter bomb. You know, like, I mean, what is the other alternative then? You know,
I just don't think he's that good at managing teams.
So to everyone, do you think Inter Milan make it out of the group?
I don't
No.
think so. Just because it's Antonio Conte and it's also Inter. I mean, their name and their theme song, their what's it called? Their hymn, their theme song. It's called Crazy Inter, and that's what they are. They did the same exact thing last season, where they bottled a 2-0 halftime lead against Dortmund. They're doing something similar now because watch, they're gonna get 4 points against Real Madrid and still not go through. That's just Inter.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't see Conte losing back-to-back games against Real. I just can't see. I know he is a brick. I know he's not great, but like,
Okay, but when I explain it, why can't you see it then? Why can't you see it?
well, in part because of Real Madrid
Are you
themselves.
kidding me? This guy's
Like
here.
Real Madrid have yet to sort of. We're just saying, oh, because of what Real Madrid have done in the past, and obviously them coming through, that they all somehow get something, even though they played against a B-Tech Shakhtar and Gladbach. You know, so Inter Milan was billed as the second toughest team in this group. So arguably, by definition, the Real Madrid.
But Red Devil, few games gone, that definition has not been thrown out the window because
but
we've already seen
Inter Milan haven't. I know they haven't won those, but they haven't lost to those two teams. You know, but Madrid have lost one and barely came out of a winner with the other games. So I'm not saying that Madrid aren't going to win one of those games, but like I think it's more reasonable for like let's say Madrid to win the Bernabeu and then maybe Conte to either win or nick a point at the at home. But I can't see them doing it back to back on Conte. He'll get something from those two games. He does.
Okay. So Infinity, can you please turn down any background stuff that you have, please, because I'm getting feedback. So Infinity, thoughts on whether you believe Inter will come out of the group, and do you think Joshua Kimmich is the best midfielder in the world?
Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think this guy's the best midfielder in the world right now. I just think he's better than everyone else.
So this guy's lying about 13.
So and what about Antonio Conte then?
Oh yeah, he's a brick. He's gonna mess it up in Europe again. These guys are getting knocked out. They probably lose the games to Madrid and then screw up against Shakhtar.
Okay.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Go for it.
The fact that Inter Milan is the only Milan team, that means they're the only team in the Champions League that plays at the San Siro. And you said that the Champions League is not the same without the San Siro. Should that put any more pressure on Inter Milan to come out of this group?
You see, no, yes, aside, there is all the pressure for Inter to make it out of this group always exists because of the very fact that Antonio Conte, like, if you have a group with Monchengladbach and Shakhtar Donetsk, and as Inter Milan, you either end up in Europa or you come bottom of the group. That is embarrassing. That is absolutely embarrassing. Like, that cannot be accepted. And my fear is that if these guys finish third or fourth, we have to forget about asking questions. We have to just hold this guy in a totally different regard. We have to. So wait. Last topic before we round off. So let me just hit this from oh gosh, I can't even get this guy saying. So wait, what was Martin? I missed your super chat. What was your super chat? So,
I know
so you can.
I can't tell you.
Oh God, what was it?
He said Kimmich makes Verratti look like a bitch.
Oh yeah,
Martin
so
Rosario.
Although he doesn't need Kimmich for that. He doesn't need Kimmich for that.
Can I?
I remember now.
Martin Rosario, look. First of all, I know it burns you that Hazard might be back. I know it pains you that Hazard was the reason why Real Madrid got a 2-2 draw.
I know
it pains.
He said Verratti. Don't bring Hazard into this.
Can I land? Thank you. And I know it pains you that Marco Verratti, based on skill and ability, is the best midfielder of the last 10 years. It is what it is. Accept it as fact.
That's why he could not get his country to walk up.
It's a mere fact.
It has to be a fairy tale. That's not a
That's
fairy
why he could not get his country to walk up. Double H. Lost to freaking Sweden without Zlatan.
So let's head over to our final topic of the night. So Bartomeu is out.
Yes, sir.
As Barcelona are about to embark against Juventus, and Cristiano Ronaldo, I believe, is also out of the game because I think he has tested positive again for COVID. So you loser, pieces of crap, low life, sad, pathetic fanboys are not going to orgasm to your piece of crap, dumbass piece of crap rivalry between Cristiano and Messi. You absolute losers. Thank God.
Fight.
So no El Clasico? Man.
Look.
What do you mean no El Clasico? I don't know why everybody's so hyped up about Ronaldo meeting Messi. Like, these guys are declining. It's not even that sweet anymore.
It's because they're losers. They have nothing better to do. They are losers. You're dealing with cultists. You're dealing with sad, pathetic cultists who have no life. No life.
Do not disrespect the guy in my AVI, bro. Do not disrespect him.
Not say he's not going there. So let's first deal with Bartomeu.
Hey,
So guys, do you feel this is just going to cause more issues for Barcelona because the fact that there is not an actual board or a president currently at Barcelona? Do you think this will cause more issues, or do you think this will actually help them moving forward? Damien.
I'm not sure.
Wait,
I
Damien.
would.
Damien, can you put down? I'm hearing some background noise in the
Oh yeah, yeah.
background.
Wait.
Sounds like Power Rangers.
Look, man, it's fine, man. Power Rangers was alright back in the day. All right, Damien, are you ready to talk? Natsa, talk to me.
Oh, what am I supposed to speak about? I can't
So
remember.
this is Bartomeu is out. He's no longer the president of Barcelona. Resigned.
well-
How much do you think this will affect Barcelona, specifically going into this game against Juventus?
I don't really care how it affects Barcelona. I don't care how it affects City because Messi won't be coming.
Why wouldn't Messi still be coming? How do you know?
Because they'll offer him higher wages, a new contract, and they will say to him, "We're gonna kiss your feet again," and then he's gonna stay.
I'm very eager to see Messi's attitude after this. If this guy starts balling again, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think he has when he was playing for Argentina. You should have seen the game against Bolivia. The guy was literally just putting people in their asses. As soon as he went back to Barcelona, the guy went back to just playing like he's not even caring anymore. For Barcelona, let me speak about Barcelona. Okay, Bartomeu leaving is 100% important for them because this guy's ruined the club, and he has to pay. He has to pay the losses that he put Barcelona in, which is the funny part. I don't know how much money he makes, but I don't think he can pay that much. They've been fighting for this, and if they get a right president, the right I don't know when election is, but if they get the right president that they need to get right now, then they might be actually rebuild into something new that they need to rebuild into. But right now, I don't see them affecting them. I think it'll boost them. It'll boost the morale because this guy's left, and then maybe Messi will play better. But I don't think it'll make that much difference right now, in my opinion.
Okay. From Latin Lozario, who says breaking: Messi named new Barca president. Well, yeah, he's the current president until they get a new actual president. But this club have behaved.
Actually?
No. This club
already
have
got
behaved
this.
so unprofessionally. I wouldn't be surprised if they do actually name him the president, and they use that to try to actually keep him at the club. Because trust me, Barcelona have
That would be
acted in
sad.
such shameful things that I wouldn't put it past them. Hassan, talk to me. How much is this? Is this the big change that Barcelona need with Bartomeu stepping down?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Just like Valverde, when it says Cat Valverde, he's the problem. I don't think it's just Bartomeu. It might be some of the old players. It might be some of the blame was a Bartomeu, but I don't think it's solely him. Messi, it might be part of the problem. He's a great player. It might be part of the problem, but no, I don't think so.
All right. Osasuna.
I mean, look at my name, man. That's the summary of Bartomeu's time at Barcelona. Well, not exactly, actually. It's more, I think the summary would be the Messi situation of the summer. But this guy, he's not made very good decisions now at this time in Barcelona. It's not been great. And I think for Barcelona, I'm not sure if this will help them or not. It's more to do with, because on the field and off the field, they're always different. It's more to do with what he's brought in for transfers and things, because everything he's spent 100 million on 3 players, and every single one of them has flopped. And so, for the rest of the season, I don't know whether Messi will be playing with more interest or not, because I think his mind is still out of Barcelona. Because, as you said, his performance against Bolivia compared to just last week against Madrid, even it's crazy to compare, and it's usually the other way around because he's usually good for Barcelona and bad for Argentina. So,
But it's Bolivia, though.
well, yes, okay, it is Bolivia. It is true, but
Respect Bolivia.
I think this season it won't have much of an effect. I think Barcelona are still going to struggle because, yes, I am Dutch, but don't actually rate Koeman too highly. So I mean, just look at the way he's playing Pedri and Coutinho on the wings. I mean, what is that? How do you play
Exactly.
three players of the same position in actually almost four players of the same position on one pitch together? I think that's kind of incompetent. So I think it's not going to be great for Barcelona. I think they're still going to not win La Liga. They get out of the group, of course, in the Champions League, but that's by default. If they don't, then, well, I don't know what Barcelona fans are going to say about Bartomeu, but that won't be very good. So I think it's good in the future, in the long term for Barcelona that he's gone and for the fans' happiness right now. But in terms of results this season, I don't think it will affect them very much.
So okay, before I move over to Mr. Darren, also, so if you had to pick who is, just based on skill, technical skill, who is the best Dutch player of all time? Based on just quality as a footballer, who's the best Dutch player of all time?
There's only one answer.
Wait, let the man answer, man. What the heck?
It's between Robben and Van Basten.
Go with
Guys, did you hear that? Guys, did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said?
He hasn't watched Cruyff though. He hasn't watched.
What about
He
Cruyff?
said midfielder. Robin a midfielder.
Okay, I completely forgot about
Darren, can you please talk?
See, between those three, I think Robben is third. Second is Van Basten, and first is Cruyff.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you.
Nah, Bergkamp had a
He
point.
said
Oh, it's a story, bro.
Oh, did I get your hopes up? My bad.
No, sorry. Osasuna, no. You guys, you said Robin first, and then you said
No.
But here's the thing, I rated Robben highly.
Osasuna,
If he hadn't
continue.
missed those
Continue.
two chances in the World Cup final, he would be my hero. He would be my
Spain were
hero forever.
doping. Spain were doping, and
Spain
I
weren't
can
Nah,
doping.
the sun was too hot
Fighting-
for his head.
Did you see how crap Spain were in the until the 90 minutes?
But this is what I said. It was dodgy. All I'm saying is no. That's what I'm saying. Look, we need to move on. But you said Robin first. Robin was the first name that
Yeah, he's
came into
great.
your mind.
He's a fantastic player.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
what I
because he
said.
saw
And
you,
he's
so that's the reason why
He's
Robin
dodgy.
is
He
the
said
first name
Robin.
that came
Thank
to
you.
his head.
Case closed. Darren, talk to me, man. Bartomeu taken down as president of Barcelona. How do you think this is going to affect Barcelona specifically before their Juve game?
I think you see the real Messi come back now. He won't be last anymore. You know, he always wanted Bartomeu out of the club. So I think, we see Messi back. In long term, I don't know. It depends on who they get, because I think Barcelona has failed to get a proper centre-back pairing, which has been the downfall of the club. So it depends on who they get, because the transfers have been trash on the Bartomeu. He got Coutinho, which is my guy, but he doesn't suit Barca.
Overrated.
He destroyed the Ooze. Now Ooze got to Barcelona. Ooze got to get out of Barca, in my opinion.
Yep.
And Griezmann, I don't know HH.
What do you mean by you don't know? He's a flop. He's already flopped.
Respect a World Cup winner. Respect a World Cup winner. Double H.
But that would be HH, right? I when I see Griezmann, I tell myself, you know what? Maybe I should play for Barcelona. I got a little bit of gut, but I think I could score a couple of goals. So I just need a new man. But HH, I want to sign quickly, right?
Go for it.
On Conte. Pardon? Go ahead.
Wait. No. Darren, sorry. Speak. Darren, sorry.
Yeah. I want to jump in on Conte, but you kind of switched topic kind of quick.
Go for it.
As an Inter fan, I want to say something. Honestly, I think anything that start Conte and get Allegri. This guy is a brick in Europe.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Gladbach game. Inter should have won that match. Bricked it up. The first person, they should have won the Europa League final. He bricked it. Should have won against Gladbach. Bricked it.
So let me ask you this: do you think Inter make it out of this group?
No, I think they're gonna come third.
Are you sure, bro? That group is literally Group B, a group of bottle jobs, man. You can't expect anybody in there, man. Like Real Madrid have the French Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as their manager. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. Bro, come on. He won against Barcelona but lost to Cadiz. Is that not something Solskjaer does nowadays?
Whoa.
And Shakhtar, man.
They lost to Gatlock. Who did you call Zidane?
Watford
last season?
Gatlock. Who did you compare
Who
Zidane
respect
to?
my goat?
French Solskjaer right now.
Gatlock.
Right now.
Gatlock, leave this hangout right now.
Disrespect to a horseman.
Oh,
Disrespect.
come on.
That
Come on.
is
Think about
disgrace.
it right now. Like you say, Double H, based on form, he's acting like French Solskjaer right now. Think about it, man.
Guys,
You said it yourself.
I'm
If you give
sorry,
him
but
space, they'll play
you
you
cannot
well.
mention Solskjaer and Zidane in the same sentence.
Solskjaer is
Never
the
do that.
goat.
Never do
HH,
that.
he's the goat.
Yes, he said,
Okay,
can you
fine.
please
Sorry. It's the
address his
French
question?
Lampard. Are you happy?
Okay. So Darren,
The French
Randolph
Lampard.
to go to side. Darren, Randolph.
First and first, put respect on Zizou's name. Ole is not the goat; he is a goat. And yeah,
Wait,
yeah, I
guys,
agree.
won a Champions League final, man, and won a treble. So let's just leave that there.
That's-
Zidane never won a treble, so just putting that out there.
Wait,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
but
stop
work
it, stop it, Red. Stop it.
Look, bro, that treble was during the white and black days. Give it to rest for a while.
Gosh, talk about you. You guys are weird. Syed, talk to me, man. Barcelona, man.
Yeah, I think this is a interesting time for Barcelona fans. They're partying. They're having a good time. Catalonia is fiesta right now. Bartomeu had to go. He had to go. HH.
He didn't have to go. He could always stay. Like
Nah,
nobody was forcing
he
him
had
to
to
go.
go. He had to go, man. It was A2. He should have left A2, but he didn't. Now the future is kind of bright for Barcelona because you have new innovation people coming in.
How do you know the new people will do a better job? How? According to who? This is COVID. How,
That is true.
Why are you just assuming that a new person will come in and suddenly get Harry Kane,
It's
get
not like Baltimore
Son,
didn't.
get Hazard, get all of these dudes? How do you assume this?
Even if they do, I mean, come on. It's not as if
God,
they didn't
look, man, let's
spend money
sign answer the
before.
question, man. You talk too much. You've already talked, man. Side,
You know
answer the
why I
question, man.
believe this, HH? Because I have hope. Yeah. See, I have hope. You
No pun
might
intended.
because you're gonna see a new Messi. You're gonna see a new Griezmann. You're gonna see a new.
Messi.
You're gonna see all that. All this because of this change. Yeah. Also, it's gonna Dembele is gonna have. He's gonna have an injury-free year. Watch, I'm telling you.
Inshallah, he does.
Coleman is their manager, bro. Come on.
Hey,
What's gonna
I'm telling
change?
you guys,
Wait. Okay, wait.
he's gonna
Let's-
change too.
Wait. Cassius, talk to me. Cassius, talk to me. Are you jumping up with joy? Is this a time to be celebrative for Bartomeu stepping down? Is this all good, positive things? Are you having hope for a brighter future for Barcelona?
Today is a celebratory day because not only did the worst president in the history of our club leave, he resigned. It's not that he just left. He resigned when he had a press conference today. He said he turned in his resignation. Yesterday, he had a press conference in the same place, and he said that he never even thought about resigning. Just yesterday, 24 hours, he went from "I've never even thought about it," which is obviously a lie, and then today he resigns. I think that typifies the type of person we're dealing with: a liar, a crook, there's a crook, a criminal.
Whoa, Cassius,
Look,
easy.
Allegedly.
Has this
No.
stuff
It's
been
not just
proven?
allegedly. It's not
Has it
just.
been proven?
Yes. Don't you remember the last president resigned because he was both of them? It was Sandro Rosell, who went to prison. The last president went to prison, and that's the reason he resigned, because both of them went to court over the Neymar signing because they evaded like 15 million in taxes, and they still had to end up paying it. So look, these guys are crooks, criminals. The worst that has happened. They've destroyed the club over the last couple years, not just financially but also on the field, as we've seen on several Champions League nights. The reason he left, I just want to be clear, the reason he left was because on Sunday he would have been the first president to be outed by the democratic process. The vote of no confidence was going to be taking place on Sunday, so typical time to hand in that resignation. He spent the last month trying to all the votes were bought. These are fake. These are duplicate votes. He's been doing that for an entire month until yesterday, when the Catalan government said, look, even though there's COVID, you can still vote and say yes or no whether these guys should continue. But this joy only lasts for today, because um, like someone else said, we don't know what's going to happen. It's a joy, but I want to contain my joy because there could be someone equally as bad. I don't think equally as bad because the levels this guy has hit are just low, low, low. But it's not an immediate. Nothing is going to change immediately. Um, there's going to be a temporary president, and it's not going to be Lionel Messi. His name
Wait,
is
wait. Because do you think this will have any effects on the Juve game? This news
the
breaking
Juve game.
before.
None at all. Zero. No, nothing. But for the rest of the season, like many people have noticed, Messi is not. Lionel Messi has not been the same. Um, and I heard a journalist on ESPN FC saying that, before Barcelona was his home and Argentina was like, I don't want to be here. But now it's,
Yeah, Sid Lowe.
yeah. And I like how he said that now it's flipped. Now
yeah.
Argentina is where he has a lot of fun, but at Barcelona, everything's on the road. So hopefully he can. Maybe we'll see a smile. Maybe we'll see a smile when maybe we'll see the best Messi again. Hopefully, but yeah. Today is all joy, but the next president has to fix the mess that Bartomeu left.
Cassius, don't celebrate. Yeah, this guy's gonna go to jail. Then celebrate. Wait for this guy
Yes,
to go to jail.
I can assure you, the amount of things this guy has done with faulty transfers in Brazil. There was an interview PK made just last week. It was on Friday. He said that the fact that Bartomeu spent €1 million to make like a social media campaign to say that PK was this, Shakira was this, Messi was this, even Messi's wife was this, saying like a social media campaign, making bots on Twitter to like put Messi's
So
to
he's
put
a troll.
And this guy is Spanish
no,
Trump.
but he paid €1 million. It's called Barcagate if you want to look into it. But they made a social media campaign with faulty accounts in Uruguay. Just you can look into it. The amount of things I could say about this crook.
Okay. Red Devil, talk to me.
So the two things. The second point is actually, I think, bigger in my opinion. The first thing, like fair enough, Bottom was out. The guy was basically a clown. The only thing I would sort of say is that now, the if you're talking about pressure, the pressure will now be on Messi, on the Barcelona players to perform, because like
No more excuses.
there's no more excuses. So he's now gone. He's not involved. Bartomeu's gone. Trash gone. So if Barcelona then, for example, get circumcised by I don't know Bayern again, or someone even worse, maybe Liverpool, something like that, and 10 something, then we can't use Bartomeu in the board, etc. as a reason. So that's the first point. Now, to be honest, I actually that news for me was not the biggest thing from that whole thing. For me, the biggest news was actually what Bartomeu said when he actually resigned. And I'll just get a quote from the Guardian. Where is it here? Barcelona agreed to join European Super League as president thing. He resigned and says, "I can announce some extraordinary news," said Bartomeu. "Yesterday, we accepted a proposal to participate in a future European Super League, which would guarantee the future financial sustainability of the club, and we've accepted the future CWC format." That, for me, is the big news to take home from this whole thing. Not Bartomeu sacking. I couldn't give a crap about Bartomeu. I'm concerned the fact that we've been talking about the Super League, European Super League, but it's still in the idea of like, yeah, okay, it can happen now, FIFA game or etc. But now that we've actually got an actual president, although he's obviously departed, actually saying, right, it's actually real, it's happening, it's come. We've actually accepted it as part of it going forward. We've accepted the format. We're just waiting for everyone else to say their things. I'm sure Perez at some point will say something. So for me, no disrespect to Bartomeu, that should actually be the big story, that this European Super League is something that's going to be happening fairly soon. Not when, not later down the line, but something that's going to be happening fairly soon, and the implication that that's going to happen.
But do you think that a new Barcelona manager will have that same sentiment, or what if a new Barcelona president comes in and says, "No, F Bartomeu"? No, they will.
They will, because and the emphasis comes on to what he said: financial sustainability. So we had this discussion before that the reason why this thing is going ahead is because of the sheer amount of money that's going to be involved. And it doesn't matter whoever board comes in, Barcelona is still hemorrhaging hundreds of millions of pounds due to COVID, etc.
Red
New
Devil.
board will now come in.
Right.
Right, we've now got more money. They lose every football team across the spectrum is losing hundreds of millions of pounds and has been all year because of COVID. So this, I don't see a new board coming in and saying, "Oh, screw that European Super League sort of thing. We're not sort of doing that." If someone comes in like, "We're going to pay you 300 million a year," irrespective of who comes in, you're not going to be like, "Nah."
Right. I want to ask a question. Do you think the UEFA Super League is to put pressure on UEFA to change the Champions League format, or this is just a brick competition?
No, it's not. It's about money. It's just about money. It's just about
I don't
money.
I don't think it's even pressure. I think it's like that. This is going to be something that's. So it's not going to be organized by UEFA. So it's going to be something separate. So I think what they're going to. They essentially will try and make the UEFA Champions League irrelevant. I think
Wait, because we need to run. So last thing, just a score. Juventus Barcelona. Just what's the score? I am sticking with 1-1. Natsa, Juve Barcelona.
0-0.
Red Devil.
2-1 Barca.
Hassan.
10-10.
Okay. Yasir Saeed.
5-0 Barca.
Darian.
3-1 Barca.
Oh, Gatlock.
You said a draw, right?
Gatlock, can you just answer the effing question?
I need to know where your jinx is going before I can answer this.
So yeah, I said a draw. So where's the jinx in a draw? So it's a draw.
Okay, since Juventus are at home, I'll say Juventus win.
Score?
Man, I don't know.
All right, thank you. Osasuna.
3-1 Juve, Morata with a brace.
Wow. And Cassius.
2-2, like I said last week.
2-2. Okay. Guys, peace out, Citra, and we'll be back here Wednesday for the post-match stream as well. Post-match analysis, and we'll come back for another post-match hangout.
Come on, Krasnodar.
Mate, don't you dare.
Yes, no, let's cooperate.
Peace out,
Jinx Chelsea.
Peace. Thanks for watching the vid, and remember to head to the official website for the latest on my blog, rankings, breaks, and the Hall of Fame on halfoffootballhot.com.